This video is sponsored by Exfoliate, which means we talk about three things quickly. The first one is an essential oil that Young Living recommends. Today's disease is Lyme disease. Lyme disease is an inflammatory illness caused by the bite of a tick that carries a bacterium, Borrelia burgdorferi. Anyway, signs of Lyme disease are flu-like, joint pain, and neurological problems, and also a rash. Now, most of the oils we recommend are blends. The first one we call Clarity, but it's actually a blend of basil, cardamom, rosemary, peppermint, rosewood, geranium, lemon, palmarosa, ylang-ylang, bergamot, Roman chamomile, jasmine, and verbena. We also recommend a blend called RC, which is eucalyptus, myrtle, pine, peppermint, cypress, lavender, marjoram. A blend called Sacred Mountain, which is spruce, cedarwood, fir, and ylang-ylang. Thieves, which is a blend of clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. One street oil called White Angelica. This is put that one on your forehead. And a blend called Joy, which is a blend of bergamot, ylang-ylang, geranium, rosewood, lemon, mandarin, jasmine, Roman chamomile, and palmarosa. All right, and as for the law, when I looked up exploitation, there's a couple different kinds. There's sexual exploitation, sexual exploitation of minors. There's also human trafficking and financial exploitation. So the one I'm going to read is Title 18, Section 3922.1. Now, I'm not saying Pennsylvania laws are gospel, because laws apply to everybody. And if it doesn't apply to everybody, it's not a law, But this one says this protects financial exploitation of older adults. I don't know if that is meant to mean that younger adults are prey with no protection, but it says financial exploitation of care dependent or older. An offense is defined: a person who's in a position of trust who commits the offense of financial exploitation of an older adult or care dependent person shall be subject to criminal penalties. Under subsection B, financial exploitation of an older adult or care dependent constitutes a felony in the first degree. Financial exploitation is the wrongful or unauthorized taking or attempt to take by withholding, appropriating, concealing, or using the money, assets, or property of an older adult or care dependent person, including any act, omission taken by a person, including through the use of a power of attorney, guardian, custodian, trustee, personal representative, or conservator of an older adult or care dependent person by an individual who stands in a position of trust and confidence with an older adult or care dependent person, including the business transactions to 1. Obtain or attempt to obtain control through deception, intimidation, or undue influence over the adult's care dependent person's money, assets, property, deprive the older adult or care dependent person of the ownership, use, benefit, possession of an older adult's care dependent money, assets, or property, or number 2, converts or attempts to convert money, assets, property of the adult or care dependent person to deprive the adult or care dependent person of ownership, use, benefit, or possession of adults or care dependent person's money or assets. Now, it says older adult is somebody who's 60 or older. Again, laws apply to everybody. I don't know why that says that. So, the other thing I wanted to read to you, I don't even have it here, hold on, is a No, from the Quran about healing. And I'm going to read from chapter 41. And I'm going to do line 44. It says, well, I'll start at line 40. Those who distort the meaning of our message are not hidden from us. It is he who is hurled into the fire. Better, or he who comes through safely on the day of resurrection. Do whatever you want. God certainly sees everything you do. Those who reject the Quran when it comes to them, though it is an unassailable scripture, which falsehood cannot touch from any angle, a revelation sent down from one decisive, worthy of all praise, should remember that you, prophet, are not told anything that the previous messengers were not told. Your Lord is a Lord of forgiveness, but also of painful punishment. If we had made it a foreign Quran, they would have said its only verses were made clear. What foreign speech to an Arab? Say, for those who have faith, it is guidance and healing. But the ears of the disbelievers are heavy, and they are blind to it, as if they are being called from a distant place. We gave the scripture to Moses, but disputes rose about it.